Welcome to the next lecture, friends. In this lecture, we are going to look at the next important piece of this lecture series, Cosmological Perturbation Theory. And that important piece is the transformation tensor. So what is the transformation tensor? We want to transform a physical quantity, the value of a physical quantity, from one gauge to another gauge. For example, we have density in one gauge and we want to see the value of density in another gauge. Now, the important point, and this is a very, very important point, it's at the heart of this perturbation theory, which is cosmological perturbation theory, which is a form of the gauge theory, that there are two types of transformations. I have mentioned this in the introductory lecture also, and about this I will mention in more detail in the next few lectures, and I will keep reiterating this because this is very, very important to understand. And what I'm saying is that there are two types of transformations. One is the transformation at one point, which is what we are discussing right now. There is another type of transformation also, which is not at one point, but that is at one set of coordinates. And we will talk about it later. Right now, we are looking at transformation of the quantity of interest, which can be density, which is a scalar, which can be energy momentum tensor, or it can be velocity, fluid velocity, or it can be metric tensor, g mu nu. So scalar, vector, tensor. So we scalar, vector, tensor, we want to transform them from, we know their values in one gauge. Now we want to see what are their values in another gauge. And for that, we are interested in transforming them at one point, which means in the physical location that there is one fixed point, but that point will have different coordinates in different gauges. So when I say one point, I mean this point is, its location is fixed, but when gauge changes, its coordinates will be different, slightly different. So one point means one fixed location, but slightly different coordinates. Another scenario, which we will talk later, will be one fixed set of coordinates, and that will mean different points, different physical points in different gauges, and that we will look later. But right now, we are interested in transforming quantities from one gauge to another gauge at one fixed point. Okay, for that we are going to define this important object, the transformation tensor. So we have one point P. So this is one fixed point. It will have different set of coordinates in different gauges. In the background universe, it has x alpha. In gauge 1, its coordinates are x alpha caret. In gauge 2, its coordinates are x alpha tilde. Now, let us define this transformation tensor. So, we are going to use this to transform a tensor, and tensor is, I am talking in general, it includes scalar and vectors also. So, it is used to transform a tensor at a given point from one gauge to another gauge. And what is x alpha tilde beta caret? X alpha tilde beta caret is partial derivative of x alpha tilde with respect to beta caret, with respect to x beta caret. And then in compact notation, we can define this as x alpha tilde comma beta caret. So this is alpha tilde on top and beta caret at the in the subscript, and then this is delta x partial derivative of x alpha tilde with respect to x beta caret, and in compact notation x alpha tilde comma beta caret. Similarly, we have x alpha caret. Alpha caret is on in the superscript, beta tilde is in the subscript, and this is partial derivative of x alpha caret with respect to x beta tilde. X alpha caret in the compact notation we can write it like this. Now I want to use this transformation tensor object to transform quantities from one gauge to another gauge. Now let us look at a tensor of rank 1, 1. It is given by this is tensor of rank 1, 1, 1, 1, f mu caret in the subscript and nu caret in the mu caret is in the superscript and nu caret is in the subscript. So we have this tensor of rank 1, 1, and its value at point P in gauge 1 is given by this f mu caret nu caret. I want to see that if I have to transform this into gauge 2 f alpha tilde beta tilde at the same point P, what object should act upon this tensor so that we get this tensor. So we have this 1, 1 tensor in gauge 1, and something has to act upon this tensor. Something has to act upon this tensor in gauge 1 so that we can get its value in gauge 2 and at the same point P. Same point is an important element here, because when we are not talking of same point, there is another concept which will come later, which will be same set of coordinates, and then there will be different points. But here we are talking of the same point. Same point means different set of coordinates. Same set of coordinates means different points. So we are talking about the value of this tensor at the same point P, one physical location in the universe. So what object should act upon this tensor in gauge 1 to get this value in gauge 2? Okay, so I am, let's write it like this. Okay, so I have f mu caret nu caret, and what I want is f alpha tilde beta tilde. Now I am going to define, going to multiply this with two transformation tensors, x alpha tilde in the superscript, so that this alpha tilde here matches with this alpha tilde, and then beta tilde, which is here at the subscript, matches with this beta tilde. So now initially I have f mu caret nu caret. Finally I will get f alpha tilde beta tilde. So what should be here? To get alpha tilde, I multiply here with alpha. I have this alpha tilde in the superscript. To get beta tilde in the subscript on the right hand side, I have beta tilde here as subscript on left hand side. Now I need answers to these two question marks. So what should be here and what should be here? Now if we look at both sides, alpha tilde and beta tilde are the free indices on both sides, and mu caret nu caret are the dummy indices, and we should contract on mu caret nu caret. They should contract and they should vanish. So mu caret, which is on the top here, should come at the bottom here. So this will become mu caret, and nu caret, which is at the bottom here, should go on the top here. So we can write this as x alpha tilde mu caret, x nu caret beta tilde, f mu caret nu caret is equal to f alpha tilde beta tilde. So that's how we transform using this transformation tensor. X alpha tilde beta tilde is the transformation tensor. So using the transformation tensor, we are able to convert a 1-1 tensor from gauge 1 to gauge 2. And if you have followed this, then this should make sense now, that if we have to transform a vector, we will write like this. So this is in gauge 1 f beta caret. You multiply this with x alpha tilde beta tilde, and you get f alpha tilde in gauge 2. Tensors, so different forms of tensor. 1-1 we just saw. 0-2 tensor will be transformed like this, and 2-0 will be transformed like this. And remember that when you are writing, when you are transforming like this, we are transforming at one point. Transformation is done at the same point, and then the coordinates will vary slightly from gauge 1 to second gauge. And what about the scalar? The scalar value at one given point will remain the same in all gauges. So it is gauge independent. Now I'm not putting the function argument p here. So now in this context, it is obvious that we are transforming at the same point. But when we have to make it clear, then we should explicitly either write in words or put the argument p, so that we make it clear that we are transforming at one given point, at the same point. Because later we will be mixing this concept with the concept of transformation at the same set of coordinates, and then we have to be clear explicitly that whether we are transforming at one fixed point, or are we transforming at one fixed set of coordinates. Thank you.